Hey, it's Uncle Chubbs. In this video, we're going to talk about culture and how it affects the rest of these two, technology and buildings. Now, with culture, we got the religious aspect, the environmental, political, and resources aspect. And pretty much, we'll start with religion. Now, in religion, we got more or less three factors on religion and how it will affect our culture. First off, beneficial religion, anything that's not used for politics or even cults, are very effective and pretty much cause the area around it to change along with it, which pretty much changes the culture around the area. Now, these various religions can be anything from believing within a certain energy or that if you do something that this will happen. There's a variety of religions within this place. A lot of them are beneficial, some of them are political, and there's a lot of cults as well. Now, most political religions, some of them are good. Most of them are used to push agendas, and some of them can be very bad or harmful to other places. Most religions that are political end up harming countries or other cultures that don't believe in their religion. Like, if one country had a religion you can call it a political religion, and there was two countries over to the right that didn't believe in them, but they had resources, they will redirect that religion over to their agenda to make it to where they can get those resources and that country while converting everyone over to that region, to their religion and to their laws. Now, cults, they're classic. You pretty much can't have religion without having cults around. They're pretty much anything that are not these two. Not all cults in this are bad. Some of them just can be very extreme in some beliefs, while others can be very extreme with violence and other things. But overall, cults, they don't really affect the culture directly towards an area unless if it's like a whole village or a city that's a whole cult. But otherwise, it affects a small variety of people that may or may not impact the culture around them. So, religion has a big factor on if the culture will be affected by religion or not. Next, we got the environment. We got spirits and other natural occurrences, like weather, pretty much. Pretty much the environment, if there's spirits around, some people will make religions out of them. Other people will just make their village and or city protected from these spirits. Some of them are dangerous. Now, the natural occurrences, though, those can be anything from a bunch of cliffs to a bunch of mountains, anything really that's just natural within the area, or unnatural but can be there naturally. And pretty much people will base whole religions, groups, whatever, off of these occurrences. If there's a massive fog that comes once a month every year, all year, that will make people change their beliefs and views on things and how they do everything. They'll overall adapt to these natural occurrences and spirits, and it will overall then affect their culture. Next, we got politics. With politics, some places will have classes, like a class and hierarchy standards, and they also have pretty much like the more wealthy you are in some cities, the more, well, I can't think of the word for it, but either way, there's class standards in some places which then add to the culture and how people do things. There's also a lot of war and other corruption through politics, so that also creates many cultures. For example, a country that's been in civil war is going to be a lot different culture-wise than a place that hasn't been in war for a while. And politics also promotes control and order. Now, with control and order, we won't have war and corruption. We will have peace and prosperity, possibly. We may or may not have freedom, but that's up to the country. With control and order, that also alters the culture and pretty much makes it to where people are capable of having beliefs, if they're allowed to have beliefs, or pretty much if their beliefs are capable of being there or not. And finally, we have resources. And resources cause war. It allows the places to flourish. It creates even beliefs and laws around them, and possibly even connection to the planet itself. Now, for people that have war over these resources, they're pretty much stuck in that political war corruption state. But if they're flourishing and stuff like that, then they might have other aspects like the environment or religious culture. The beliefs and other laws from that can also be like, for example, if they have a bunch of jewels, gems, and high precious metals, they may believe that they're meant to do stuff for the world and or have purpose, and that they need to control things or do whatever. There's a variety of things. And then with the connection to the earth, some people might realize that some of these resources can be tapped into and help promote growth and power. And overall, these four aspects will pretty much make the culture for an area. And pretty much with that being said, culture affects pretty much everything on how a place will look. Buildings are affected by culture, and technology, the choices of, are also affected by that. And that right there is the end of that intro. Next video, we will be talking about law, government, and society. Well, thank you for watching. I'll post more soon.